Item 4.5, discussion of any item remaining from the study session agenda. And I'll go back to the 3.5 on the study session. This is the update on the Brookside Park and the Oklahoma State Wildlife Habitat Enhancement Grant. Corey Buller.
Good evening, Mayor and Commissioners.
Good evening.
Got a couple exciting projects going on in the parks here. I updated the park board just last week on these two, and I'm here tonight to give you guys an update on this. One of the projects is the Brookside Park Playground. I've got some renderings here to look at. This back in February, we had a town hall meeting here in this room, and the Brookside residents had a really good turnout. I was really impressed. I didn't know what to expect. It was my first town hall meeting, but man, they showed up and they gave a lot of good information. So we compiled as much of that information as we could and tried to give them what they wanted, and I think this is going to do it. The total cost of this playground is, give or take, $92,000. So they're about 3 months out on construction of this, and it should be early September, but possibly mid-September when construction begins on this. At Brookside Park, you can see there on that right picture, the playground is going to be more towards that west side at the entrance right off of Lookout Drive. The rectangular piece there, kind of south in the middle, is our basketball court that is already built. And then the far northeast corner there is going to be just a baseball, softball warm-up area, practice type area. This is some current pictures. That's our basketball court. We do have the goals up. We'll be installing the actual backboards and rims on those tomorrow or Thursday, so depending on the weather. But it's a 40 by 80 regulation basketball court. Engineering helped us out, got us some parking spots up front right there on Lookout Drive. I think that's going to end up being three stalls, and then we'll add some attaching ADA accessible sidewalks to connect to the new playground. I think that's about it. I'm sorry. Are there any questions on the playground?
Glad to see it.
Yeah.
No, go ahead.
I'm glad it was very much needed. I have seen a couple of comments about not having any handicap accessible I guess parts of the playground for kids.
It's not our only handicap inclusive playground is Ambucks Park. All of these by law we're required to make them handicap accessible to the equipment. I locked up.
Kent, can you help? Since you are the master of the system.
He is.
But no, I think that if you look back at the disc, there we go. The little spinning disc there, that's a new type of merry-go-round. It's a spinner. I think that would be handicap kind of inclusive, but yeah, as far as all-inclusive handicap, it's not going to be. But
And I will just reiterate, the playgrounds have to be ADA accessible
Yes,
now.
absolutely.
Doesn't mean they're perfect for folks, but it does mean that they meet the standards. What doesn't meet the standards that you talked about is connecting with the sidewalks, but that will be coming.
Yes.
And that will allow folks in wheelchairs or otherwise disabled to at least access the site. Could we do more in the future? Maybe. I do know sunshades are something we've talked about that maybe in next year's budget, if we can figure out a way to fund, we're going to want some of those. But yeah, so every playground set of equipment we get is ADA approved or accessible.
I will say the funding that I did have available this year was a little limited, so I was kind of limited on what I want. But as a neighborhood park, I think it's great. I think we're getting a really good bang for our buck with this playground.